Hello. Dyad is a two-voice percussion sequencer and synthesizer, inspired by various hardware instruments. It has virtual analog voices that you can adjust with a few very easily visible parameters. And as you can see, you can make very groovy things with polyrhythms very quickly. I really love using dyad, and I wanted to maybe show you all why and talk about it for a minute. So, yeah, as I said, dyad's a two-voice percussion synthesizer. It actually comes with every part of the device separately. So if you just want one of the voices here, there's a device called Ditto. I'll grab a new MIDI thing here and I'll show you. And this is just one of the voices of dyad. You've got this one, and the FM. And basically the output that you'll get is the FM, I would assume. I haven't actually used this. I don't care about anything other than the dyad main thing. So jolt is the distortion. I didn't use the distortion in the example. I'll show it to you a little later. Module is a modulator. You can see you can just blurp, 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 blurp. And then you click the map and you map it to wherever. So now it's mapped to drive. And if I would play, it's a little deceptive because that was dyad. Nothing is happening right now because there's no but if I had dyad here, it would be moving this around in much the same way. So you can control separate VSTs with a modulation lane that's basically a copy of the one in dyad. And then you have para, and that's like an expanded monosynth. It's not just what's in dyad. It does additional things. Again, I haven't used it, and the reason is that I just love dyad so much, I just haven't moved past it. So let's go back to dyad. So this is where the distortion is within dyad. So I'm just going to play that little pattern that we made in the intro, and then I'm going to play around with it a little more, and you'll get to see what all of the different parts of this synthesizer control. There's a little layout and overview in the guide here as well. This guide is really good. You get it when you buy dyad. You've got your two tracks right here and your voices, and then you have the modulation lanes and the triggers here. And you can change the length separately, which is what causes kind of the polyrhythms, because the actual pitch of each step is in the modulation lanes. So this note is this pitch here, but the next time it's going to be just the straight blank pitch because it's right here. So it's like a C. You can change the exact pitches in this hertz. If you click here, there's additional options, right? So you can make the signal a little dirtier, I suppose. That's where it is by default. There's a quantizer that is on automatically to chromatic scale. You can change the scale. There's a ton of scales here. You can drop out a note if you want and drop out a bunch of notes and make like a custom scale. I don't want to do that. So, and you can switch the key, of course. And you can change the color, which is maybe the most important part. This changes the main color, the side color, and there's user options, which you can like set your own 6-digit hex code and it will be the new color, right? Pretty cool. I like the normal setup, but it's nice if you have a bunch of dyads, because that's the other thing you can do with it, right? So you have like this, and we'll just press play again. You can hear the distortion can get really nasty. But you can also just put a second dyad up. And if you have presets, you can just go into presets here. I have a few presets. And I made this simple drum thing so I can just put drums if I'm doing dyad. You can also randomize all of the notes here. And you can randomize here. This will only randomize this specific modulation lane. So there's 5 modulation lanes here. It's getting a little loud for me. But, yeah. Here, let's wipe this and we'll just start from the beginning. And I'll explain what all of these do. So that's the default. This is this one synth voice. You've got your pitch. Double clicking sets it to where it normally is. So this is tone. So you can hear it sort of shaping the voice a little bit. There's a second sort of tone shaping thing here. It's like a DJ filter. They call it cut. So you can hear at the very bottom, because there's not really low end, it's like cutting out the entire thing. Again, if you double click, it goes back. This is not a filter, but it's a smoother. So like here, we'll do... You hear how that's kind of... There's like a very obvious glide happening. That's what this mod smoothness does. It does it for every modulation here. So can be a little hard to reset these sometimes. So this is noise, which you just saw because I changed that, but at full it's all noise. It's about half noise here. You know, that's how you'd expect. This is zap, and it makes a zap sound. Like, so here, I'm gonna put it up to the top and you'll see. Right? A little weird. I'm sure it's doing more stuff under the hood. This is just decay. So this is why, here. You can hear it just gets cut off at the beginning of every step. But if I put it all the way down to the bottom, it's barely making a sound at all. And that's kind of why this is so simple and good to use for drums. Because you have something like this. So, as you may have seen from my first little example, we'll add a little second thing here. And you can hear there's two separate things happening. And then from here, you can change this FM thing and you'll get that loud third FM tone. And it'll be a different tone depending on like how much it is, etc. There's a little explanation in this of the FM, so just a second. So it's through zero linear FM, and this balance affects which voice is being modulated by the other. So this is affecting this one with this one, this amount. And you can hear it, right? They both sound good, they're just kind of different, right? And mix lets you just control the balance of your voice outputs. So if you only want the FM output, or if you want no FM output, you can just, it's a mixer. Shuffle is just swing. I don't really like it, so I basically never use it, but you can hear it here. And here's your distortion. I really love this dumb synth that you can only see in this small box. It's just so fun to leave running and to just experience new stuff. A small change, even to modulation, can make a large impact. Being able to just double click and have stuff reset is really nice too. Just like so immediately groovy in a way that very few instruments in general are, much less Max for Live patches like this. Anyways, I could play with this for forever, and I just noticed it's been 14 minutes and I was planning for this to be an 8-minute video. So I'm just getting distracted. This concludes dyad. We hope you enjoy using it. I could be mispronouncing dyad this entire video. I don't care enough about the pronunciation. I just care about how it sounds. And it sounds great. So I'm gonna load up an outro that I made during one of my 5,000 other attempts to make this video. So thank you for watching. I might make other videos on this instrument just because I really like it. And I've been following a YouTuber called Treat I think. I'll link one of their videos down below. But I was hoping not to buy this because Ableton Live is annoying to install. And then now when you request more unlocks, an AI will give you the more unlocks, even if getting the more unlocks like doesn't help at all. So but I did get more unlocks, and it did let me register this on my new computer. And I'm really liking it. So it requires live sweep, which is the main downside of dyad. I think that if it was standalone, I can't see how anyone would not want to get this. It's that good. It's so much more immediate, to me at least, than Opal. And I really like it. Yeah, so I hope you have a wonderful day.